Hey, all right. Week 2 of Boss Babe is going to be all about booking. Are we excited to book?
Yes,
Woo!
we are excited to book.
Booking is the lifeline of your business. So, if you have no books, I mean, if you have no books,
I ain't got no books.
If you have no appointments on your books, you're out of business. Really, technically, Mary Kay always said you have to have 10 appointments on your books at all times in order to be in business. So, 10 appointments on our books. Now, before we jump into training and all that, I do want to go over a few housekeeping. Is that what it was called?
Housekeeping.
Yes, housekeeping. And first is all of our dates on the calendar. This is on Facebook. This is also on our website. And if you've seen me in person anytime this year, you've gotten one from me. But I will be gone. So right now we're on the 8th. I will be gone on Friday, the 12th. The 12th to the 17th. This doesn't mean that I'm not available. I am still available. It is a working week. I'll just be working with all my girlfriends. It's gonna be good.
So no Boss Babes obviously next Monday.
No, there won't be a Boss Babes on Monday, but I will have a pre-recorded thing that y'all can watch to stay on target with. No, I really want to be able to really stay on top of things.
You can come to my house, Trisha.
So you guys can watch it together. Yes. Have a little watch party.
Anybody else can come to my house too. You're all invited.
Everybody's invited to make it down.
Yay!
So yeah, so I will have it pre-recorded for you guys. But so there's that. We do have a facial party on Wednesday. So I know we weren't going to have one on Saturday like I always do because I'll be gone. So if you want to plug people into Wednesday, let me know.
This is actually a really good day for me too because now that's the evening besides Sunday at school.
Okay.
So school Tuesday, Thursday, Friday now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it is what it is.
It is what it is. 1 more semester? 2 more semesters? Okay, sure.
No, I mean I'll definitely be done by the end of the year for 100%.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So that's the schedule for this semester.
This semester is Tuesday.
And that ends in May.
It ends in May, but Tuesday is just looks like 45 too. So.
Oh, okay.
I could have it like I could do an 8 o'clock facial,
Okay.
Even 7:30 facial depending on where it was. So Thursday is just all night school. So.
Have fun with that though. Well, you don't work now.
I won't be working during the day.
You won't be working during the day.
So starting on the 22nd. Actually, the 19th is my last day of work.
Oh
Megan's last day of work.
That'll be your Independence Day.
It will be. We'll have
That's
to
what
go
Callie
party.
calls it.
To party that weekend.
Yeah, right here at 10 o'clock. With facial. Okay, perfect.
We don't need it after the night we have.
No, I'll have class that night. We'll go to that
Yeah,
class.
exactly. You don't have to get up and go.
Sorry, I just got back from Vegas. Sorry.
You're fine. It's okay. So if you're looking at the calendar, on the 10th, this Wednesday, 7 p.m.
On the 19th, Megan's last day at work.
It's exciting. It's exciting. I honestly, I don't have that Independence Day story. I don't have there was only one more load I had to do for my dad for working for him, and then I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Scratch me out. So that was kind of exciting. Well, I was the schedule. It was the one woman
It was
show
you or nobody
behind the computer. Yes. Yeah. So anyways, so make sure you can pull people in on the 10th, and then we'll kind of play it by ear. I do want to incorporate a weekly party. I don't know if I feel like Mondays is like pulling teeth to get people.
Yeah, I think Monday's hard.
Monday's hard. So I don't know, maybe we can transition it to just having meetings on a Monday and just having facials on a Wednesday.
That'd be awesome.
So just kind of give
For
me your
me,
input.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the world, give me your input on that.
What time the party be? 7?
I think 7 is a good time, just because it's late enough to where people can get dinner before they come, and we don't have to feed them. Or we could make it an eating situation.
Well,
no,
just
don't feed people.
Don't feed people.
Don't feed them. It just adds a level of complication.
Okay.
It's not
Well,
necessary.
the only thing I would feed him is like pizza or lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Like easy stuff.
You make lasagna? Or...
Like Costco lasagna.
Oh.
Like frozen stuff. Oh, I do too, but I'm not gonna make one every Wednesday. That's actually my go-to.
Is it?
If anyone's sick or has a baby or
Aww.
something, you get like a 15-pound lasagna from Sarah. It's like heavy.
Yeah.
And delicious. But anyway, so it would be something really simple. I know Callie back in the day, when she used to live in Memphis, her and another one of her friends, Sharice, they would do dinner and makeovers. And one would bring the salad and the drinks, and one would bring the lasagna and throw it together. And they would have the facials from like 6:30 to 7:30. And one would do the facialing, and one would do the marketing at the end.
Oh, cool.
And then they'd have 20 minutes of eating and send the people out. And they would straight up tell them, at 8:30 you got to be gone because we have a call.
Wow.
And then it's like, not to say that you have to get out, but like, we will end at 8:30.
Yeah.
It's not a forever thing. And then their call was with each other to debrief about the party. But to her, it's not, people lingering around forever. Because I feel like sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Too. So, all right. So let's see how this Wednesday goes. So that's the calendar. What I don't have on the calendar because it was added after the calendar is another pink week. So peek into pink. Yeah. The Facebook thing where you can plug people in on the group. You guys should have been invited already.
No, I didn't do anything with it.
Okay. Okay.
MIA.
So look into
I'm not
it.
MIA anymore.
You're here today. This is great. So look into that. Make sure you know what's going on. The concept of Peek and Pink, for those of you who don't know, there's a series of live videos. They can go back and watch the live videos. They can watch the videos live, and by they I mean potential customers. Potential team members. Anyone you've shared with already, have them watch something else again. Say, okay, I know you've heard such and such a story, but listen to such and such a story. And so there's going to be on there. There's Callie on Tuesday. Me, Shannon, and another director, Julie, on Wednesday. My mom and another director on Thursday. So there's
Are they giving anything away?
2, 3, 4. Yeah, product again.
Okay.
So it's $500 worth of product, but to a few people, not just one person.
No.
We had someone think they won all 500.
Yeah.
And then we had to remedy that.
Yeah.
I think it was your girl.
Mm-hmm.
You girl, yeah. She was like, "It's the jackpot." And we're like, "Oh no, that's not how it works." You gave her stuff though, right?
Yeah. I gave her.
Okay, good. Whew, we're done with that. And so they just watch. There's nothing fancy. We'll ask them to answer questions on there, but literally the questions we're gonna ask them are: if you want to be a customer, put a smiley face. If you wanna book a party or buy anything, put a lipstick. Like it's like an emoji. Yeah, it's really fun. And that'll count as a share. And if you know what's going on, we've got our sharing promotion until the 15th. So we have a lot to make up on that. I think we have about 7 or 8 shares in, and we got to get up to 30. And then we'll do the $100 in free product giveaway for the guests and the
Massage.
not a massage this
coat.
time. The beauty coat. Beauty coat.
I wanted a massage. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I know
want
you
that.
want
I
a
know.
standing massage. Although there's a place here in McKinney, bless you. Or maybe on the line of McKinney and Allen.
Uh-huh.
I know a friend that goes and gets like a full body massage for like $45.
Oh,
It's
sold.
like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that.
Oh.
And it's
Sign me up.
yeah. So she's like, oh yeah, we go in the regular.
I had an awesome
So I'll
massage
have to
this weekend.
figure that out. Well, yeah, you were at a fancy spa or hotel. Was it at the
It was a
at the Mandalay? You're not gonna get anything bad
It
out
was
there.
fancy.
Well, even if you get anything bad, most people out there are having drugs. They're not gonna know.
Yeah. There's a lot of drunk people. Yes, this is true.
So, but that wasn't you.
Yeah. I didn't know. Don't go over the whole weekend.
Well, there you go. So, anyway, so promotions. Let me see what else. Oh, last thing, the career conference. The career conference is the second
about that.
or the third weekend in
When can we
March.
sign up?
Registration will open January 31st. No,
It'll be
no,
over.
It'll be over in April. Registration for seminar opens up in April.
Yeah, hopefully I can win my registration for that too.
That'd be cool.
Because you won yours already.
Well, if you go to seminar, I mean, if you go, even though you won the conference paying thing, if you actually go, you get the seminar one discounted.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so the normal
Even
price.
if I actually go.
That's what they said. Like, I'm telling you based on the rules that they
Oh,
have.
I'm like, I'm
You
gonna
have
go.
to
And
follow
I'm like,
through.
you
You
doubt
can't
that I'm
just-
gonna go?
No. I'm not doubting that you're going.
It's actually our spring break week, so it's actually perfect. So then I won't have class on Friday night.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You can make it to everything.
I can make it to
because
everything.
if you're a red jacket or a DIQ, stuff starts at like 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, cool.
So you'll be able to make it to everything. Okay, perfect.
When is this conference?
March.
March.
the 16th.
So when is the deadline to be
16
able
and
to
17.
do everything for the red jacket? Because I want to do everything.
3 people.
Yeah. So what's the deadline?
Tomorrow.
Got it.
Up until the 16th.
Okay.
I mean, like,
As long as you are.
they're not gonna. They're not gonna
Be like, no,
kick
baby
you
girl.
out.
Out.
It's all good. So there's that. But I am really excited about the promotion I'm running for career conference. You could earn half of your hotel,
Yes, right.
your whole hotel,
And how do you do that again?
or your whole hotel and dinner. Oh my gosh, hiccups. Your whole hotel and dinner. On me. Look at the flyer. I don't know what off the top of my head. And everybody coming just gets to have a party in my room because it's gonna be so much fun. But I will be like,
Do I
You're
get
gonna be
my
in a
own?
room by yourself?
Do I get
8.5
are you paying for
months
my own? Are you paying for my personal hotel room, or do I have to share? Yeah.
I won't pack you in like sardines though. Don't worry. But no, I think it's a nice hotel. It's like a Marriott or something, right there next to the convention
Not worried
center
about
that I
it one
stayed
night.
last time.
If you put Patricia and I in a room together, and I'm not pregnant at the time, there probably will be a party, not a big party.
Even if you're pregnant, I'm pregnant myself.
You
can have some juice. I'll have some sangria.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Come
goodness.
to our
And I'll
room,
bring
the party's
bunk
finished.
cakes.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So that's it. Any other questions? Got stuff going down?
Trying to figure out who else I can invite to the end of the week.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So let's jump into the booking now. So yes, training. And I really, booking's not, it's not hard.
But
Yeah, I was like,
Okay, how should I say this?
I don't know.
red light.
I know, like I don't want to like offend people because
I'm offended already.
you need a
to be
book.
offended. I can't.
Like, just say what you need to say.
So booking's not hard if you have the right tools and if you're actually doing it. If you're actually doing it, if you're keeping track of what you're doing, it's going to be amazing. If you're not, then well, drat. Don't come crying to me. I mean, yes, you can come crying to me and I'll listen to your sob story and then I'll say, oh, right, so let's remedy this. But what I love to really teach on is you have to, have plenty of leads that you're working with. If you don't have plenty of leads that you're working with, of course, booking is going to be hard. You can only ask the same person over and over, 5 or 6 times before it's just like, forget you, you know. And so I'll kind of give you guys some tools, some emotional behind it training, and then some encouragement with it. So you ready?
Ready.
Parts? Okay. So the tools: bubble sheet tracking, booking script, and 2 by 2 by 2. No, excuse me, not 2 by 2 by 2. 10 and 2. There you go. 10 and 2. 2 by 2 by 2 is going to be when we talk about customer service. Do we? Something like that. But anyway, so if you are watching, you can go to our website, joyfuljourney.weebly.com, And all of this stuff is under the booking. So I'm going to give you guys this because you guys
Yay.
are here. Well, this is like a bunch of copies of the same thing.
Oh, no actual bubble sheet?
I forgot to do that. And I
Okay.
made these
I
copies
know where-
at my
I know where they are,
mom's
so.
because my printer died. So by the time I realized that I was back home, I was like, ah, shoot. But first off, it's going to be, before we go to the bubble sheet, you're going to need a good booking script. Now, there are plenty of booking scripts out there. I have a few on my website. This is the one that is actually under the booking section. And I love that it's literally, here's what I'm doing. If they say X, you say Y. If they say X, you say Y. It really takes you through it. So this is on the website under the booking tab. So you need a good script. If you're just gonna call people out of the blue, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work because you're gonna get frazzled. Most people get frazzled. I've yet to find someone who's just like on it. I know how to book people. It's a skill to learn because there is that factor of rejection that comes into it if they say no, and that tends to turn us off, and it just sucks. So it's a skill that you have to learn and learn that it's not personal. It's not against you. I mean, my own mother never booked with me, and now she is a director. So it's not against you. There's something else behind it that is making them say no. Unless really they're just your enemy, then maybe it is you. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to be calling them for a facial. Actually, funny story. A referral was put down on a sheet, and I texted her the normal referral script of, hey, such and such referred you to whatever. And she goes, what? Such and such is still my boyfriend.
Oh,
and I was like,
my God.
What?
You're like, that's wrong.
Like, oh dear. She goes, is this a sick joke? Are you just trying to get back at me like she did or whatever? And I was like, no, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Never mind. We don't have to do anything. And then she kept going. I finally just ignored it. Like I wasn't responding back, and she stopped too. And it was a little bit ridiculous that she was like freaking out at me, thinking that this was like,
oh my God,
horrible. And then I texted the actual girl that gave me the referral, and I was like, girl, did you know you gave me this girl? She goes, yeah, I wanted to see what she would say. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with you people? And then I had to start saying, when they were writing down people on referral sheets, make sure you put people that you love on there, not your worst enemy. We don't need to get back at people. And people think that's funny, but there's a, just like there's a reason there's a safety tag on every wire you ever get. There's a reason I say these things because people put me in these awkward situations, and it's like, no, I had no idea there's a history there. You're just a name on a paper to me, man.
Like, don't you want a facial? She thought you wanted a facial.
No, like she went as far as to be like, you're just probably gonna ruin my face, huh? And I was like,
wow,
no. We're just not responding. We're just gonna leave when they come in. Like, the end. Oh, it was bad. So unless it's someone's worst enemy that you're you should be fine. But a trick I physically have done this. I have read the script in the mirror, looking at myself. You think it's goofy, so you smile at yourself. And when you're smiling, your voice sounds different. And when your voice sounds different, they can hear it on the phone. Because that's all you have is that one chance with that one voice, especially with referrals. If it's your friends or family or things like that, they're going to love you anyways. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to practice this because it does sound goofy at first. But once you have it memorized and once you've got it internalized, it really doesn't sound goofy and it works. It really works.
You find calling people is the best way, not texting?
I find both. So I do call people, and if they don't answer, I'll shoot them a text saying, hey, tried to call you, got a second? And then they'll either call you back or they'll text you, and you just kind of follow what they do. I try to get them on the phone as much as possible. You just get a lot more response, a lot more positive response, because they hear your excitement. Now, that also can shoot you in the foot. If you are not excited and you are not confident, or at least faking that you're confident, they're going to hear it and they're going to feel that much easier to say no thanks. But it gives you, even in this script, it gives you it gives them the out. So the reason I'm calling, okay, so after you say hello, okay, let me just do this. Hello, Megan, this is Sarah. How are you? Nothing. You're not giving me.
Sorry. I didn't realize I wanted to respond. You have to say, Megan, we're going to be doing a role play here.
Megan, we're going to be doing.
Okay, I got it. I'm here. I'm ready.
Hey, Megan, it's Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, got a quick minute for me to talk?
Yeah, but just a minute.
Okay, that's fine. This only will take a minute. So the reason I'm calling tonight is to ask you a question. You can totally say no, but I have a huge favor to ask you. I started my own Mary Kay business. I'm an independent beauty consultant, and I have a challenge to meet with and pay for 30 women in 30 days. I'd be honored if you meet with me. Is there any reason you wouldn't be able to be one of my 30 women?
No.
Okay, sweet. So I have appointments on during the week or the weekday. What works better for you? Oh, excuse me. During the week or weekend? What works better?
The weekends are much better for me.
Weekend, okay.
Yeah.
Morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Morning. Okay, so I could do. My only weekend appointments are 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Wow,
Would that work?
would be perfect.
Yes. Okay, I got you for that. And then I'll also be texting you a few questions about your skin, just so I can be best prepared to customize your time. Sound good?
Awesome.
Perfect. Woo! I got a booking. So you see how being on the phone works.
Yeah.
We're just sitting right here talking.
I know.
Too. But again, if they say no, go with the next phrase. If they say yes, awesome. Narrow it down. Super key in booking. Narrow it down for them. It's so easy for us to say, great, when are you free? Oh, all of a sudden, ain't nobody free.
Yeah.
Free time in today's day is non-existent.
Yeah.
Really boggles my mind because the average American watches 15 hours of Netflix a week. Or TV in general. 15 hours! What the heck? But I'm never free. Does that make sense? So you don't want to ask them when they're free. You want to narrow it down for them. So notice how I narrowed it down, even though I said week or week first. You're going.
You were trying to steer me towards the week, weren't you?
Well, I do have longer openings during the week than the weekend, but so you narrow it down for them. Callie actually had a customer once who she had met actually at jury duty or traffic school or something like that. And
Callie had to go to traffic school?
It was actually traffic school. She has this one little road. It's the mile something road in Pensacola, and it's 30 miles an hour because it's like in a protected forest area, but it's the beach. So it's like it's whatever. It didn't make sense to me. But it's 30 miles an hour, and the guy clocked her at like 36 or 37. And when you're in a pink Cadillac, you know, they see you. You can't blend in. So anyway, so she gets the info from this woman that was at traffic school or court or whatever was happening. And for like a month, kept trying to book this girl and would invite her to a muffins and makeovers that they were doing every Wednesday morning. And the woman kept, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it because of whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Oh, I'm sorry this. Oh, I'm sorry that. And then Callie took a different approach of, okay, well, what works better for you? Weekend or weekday? Oh, okay, the week works better. Okay, so early week or later week? Actually, the middle of the week is better. Okay, so like a Wednesday? Yeah, okay, morning or afternoon? I think morning. The woman booked herself for the same dang muffins and makeovers that Callie was trying to invite her to forever. But because it was just given to her of, here's the date and time, people stray away from that. It's like you boxed them in.
Yeah.
What you're just saying, I don't understand it, but whatever. Because that's what they do when you're making an appointment for your hair or your dentist or anything like that.
Getting your eyebrows tweezed.
Exactly.
I went and got mine
Like,
the other day, and she was like,
yeah.
you want to get a facial? I said, no, I do facials. Well, I have 20 minutes to do it right after finish. I was like, no. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yes. She's like, oh, you sell me a cake? Oh, okay. What do you have? You have some products? I was like, yeah, I do. She's like, well, you should still come here. And I was like,
crack?
you know, and she was like, but, and I said, this is, she would have no problem being so aggressive and like assertive.
Okay, 1 second. We gotta give
Wait a
Punch
second.
Say night.
Can we say night night?
Uh-oh. Oh, look, I promise.
Yesterday, he went right past, we had a new girl here too, and he just kind of like, get out the way, I need to kiss my mom.
You're scared of me. I'm sorry, Graham. I'm sorry.
Graham, y'all, we keep it real around.
Can you give my mom a kiss?
No, you just bring him here. Come here. How are you afraid of me?
Oh, because he just said, hey, buddy.
I love you. Is that you? Did you say hi, Graham? It's not FaceTime. There's nobody else there. I know you know how to FaceTime. I love you. You have sweet dreams, okay? Huh? Yeah, you can say. What? All right. Say night night. Bye, everybody.
Why are you giving me side eye? What did I do to you?
Okay. Night night. Go see Daddy.
Okay.
Go see Daddy. You gotta go night night.
Okay.
Go get your blanket and go
Okay.
see Daddy.
I'll let you back.
Go,
Okay.
go, go, go. I think that's the last time he's wearing those PJs. That shirt is kind of small. Okay, so what were you saying? So narrowing it down for people, very, very important. Okay, so the script, the narrowing it down. Now with the script, your next step is going to be to use a bubble sheet. And a bubble sheet, here, I can even do screen share real quick and show everybody.
Are you doing the wrong shoes?
I have one. Thank you very much.
I need to laminate one
I do too.
and make it like a wipe off. Can you make that happen for me? Do you have a laminator?
I do not have a
I might
laminator.
purchase one of those. Dang it, I'll do it till next December though. I won't be able to write it off.
Here we go. All right, so here is the bubble sheet. Okay, so y'all have all seen the bubble sheet,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you'll see on here that there's, here, let's go read the rules first. All right, bubble sheets. You can profit $3,000 to $10,000 in the next 6 months and finish your best year ever and help our unit have the best year ever if you just do your dang bubble sheets. Okay, so focusing on them will win or earn you everything you want with just a little bit of tracking. And you get to pick what you do for the week. So 1 sheet a week is 56 bubbles. Takes about 30 minutes of phone calls. Really not that much. 2 sheets a week, 112 contacts, hour to 2. You can read the rest. So you figure it out what you want to do. And the way you track this is you write their name on there. So these ones have little lines on them, so you could write their name on the line. If you have, there's all kind. You can Google a bubble sheet and it pops up. Mary Kay bubble sheet. There's a couple different versions with either more or less spots on there, and some of them don't have that line. But and these two are Googling that. But what you're gonna do is write down their name before you call them. And so you're gonna write down, okay, Susie Q. We're gonna call Susie Q. And if she answers, or if you just make the attempt to call her, put a slash through it, okay? If she answers, put an X through it, okay? So she answers, you're on the phone with her, like you got your sheet right in front of you, sitting next to your, what's that other thing called? Your script, okay? If she books, fill in the bubble. If she doesn't book, leave the bubble with an X in it, move on to the next. Or take notes. Maybe she says, yes, I do, but call me in 2 weeks because I'm having crazy nonsense going on right now. So you take out another sheet
Okay.
and you put her name on it with the date of when you're going to call her.
Okay.
You keep track of this, okay?
Mhm.
Um,
That's a good idea.
you
Actually.
really need
Yeah.
to keep track. And another tool, it's called the 21 Days of Booking. I'm going to give you guys the very basic minimum explanation of that because I think in the Mary Kay world, I mean, you can look it up. It's on Kate's website at katetheblander.com. But it's so technical in all of its tiny little rules that I feel like people get caught up in the technicalities and then don't use it at all. But the 21 days of booking is you call them on the first day, they didn't answer, you call them again in 2 more days. So day 1, day 3, day 7, you call them a total of 5 times. So day 7, then a week later on the 14th day, and then a week later on the 21st day. And so you can get yourself next to your bubble sheet, just a booklet, just a spiral bound booklet, and put on there January 1, January 2, January 3, January 4, January 5 on each page. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if you're sitting there and it's the 1st of January and they didn't answer, you put their name again on the 3rd of January too, where you know on the 3rd I got to call them.
Yeah.
So then when you're looking at your bubble sheet and you're thinking, who am I going to call? Oh, by George, I have to call this lady one more time. You can put her name on there again.
Yeah.
If you're still on the same sheet, then you've moved on to the next sheet. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So the 21 days of booking, people need to be contacted over and over and over again. You would be surprised how many times people don't answer the phone or miss a text and a simple, hey, just checking in, following up that you got my phone call or my message or my text or whatever it was a couple days ago, smiley face. And sometimes that works. On the second one, oh my gosh, yes, I saw it, but I was in the middle of an appointment and I forgot to respond. What's up? And then you book them from there on out. But so there's your bubble sheet. Huh?
Book them, Dana.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, that reference.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what's really neat is that I found just through math of directors working their sheets, working their bubble sheets. Oh, I don't have it printed out, but there's the rules to it. So working their bubble sheets. 1 a week will get you to Red Jacket in a month. 2 a week will get you on target for your car. And 3 a week will get you through directorship in 3 to 4 months. So, yeah, that's a lot of leads.
Yeah,
We'll
my
talk
problem
about
right
lead
now
generation.
is, yeah, I need.
We got to talk about lead generation as well.
Yeah.
But for right now, booking, you've got to be involved on it.
Yeah.
I will post something because we're not going to get to leads in this training today or in our 13-week series until a little bit later. So I will post something that y'all can watch on Facebook from a national that's really, really good. And I've used a lot of her things before to just get some leads.
Yeah.
But what you're doing with these little note card things is going to help a lot too.
I'm hoping.
Just make sure you put your information somewhere on there. Like one of your sticker
Stickers,
labels or something like that. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So that's the bubble sheet. Any questions there? Make sense?
Yeah. No, I like using the bubble sheets. I just got away from it because I got busy, and now that I'm gonna like really start to gear up, I really, yeah, like 3 weeks sounds completely doable. If I had that many leads, like if I had that leads to do 3 week, I'd be on it. Like no problem. Like I'll do 3 weeks.
And you'll get to a point where you'll have that many.
Yeah.
Now here's what I will say though. You mentioned about laminating bubble sheets.
Yeah.
What happens if you laminate them? You wipe everything off. So any note that you may have left, the date of when you called them, things like that, you want to hold on to them.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Yeah.
And what's really neat, and I'm very much into throwing away, but this I regret throwing away
Mhm.
is the bubble sheets of getting me into car qualification. And the bubble sheets of getting you to each different place. Like you could go back and be like, this is what it took. I called this many people.
Yeah.
I did X, Y, and Z to where when you're in a slump later on in your business, you're like, why isn't it working? I called 10 people. Well, maybe those 10 people were not going to be 10 people that were going to do whatever for you.
Right.
Because look at all the work that went into earning that first car or becoming a director or whatever. So it's like, okay, I know I can do it. I've done it before. I can do it again.
Yeah.
So that's also, I would just say go get a million copies made.
Yeah.
And then you never run out of them.
Or just make a million copies from a printer.
So yeah, or that too. But that's the bubble sheet. 21 days of booking. The other thing is also going to be with your bubble sheet, and this actually worked really well with you. You had messaged me saying, no one's booking.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like I've called the world.
Yeah.
You may not have said those words, but I've heard those words from other people. And if I say, okay, well, show me your bubble sheet. Take me a picture of your bubble sheet. Well, I didn't do one. Okay, well, go back and try to do one on what you have called. Okay. So they'll go back and try to do it. And then realize, really haven't called that many people.
Yeah.
I've just thought about calling this many people.
Yeah.
Or you send them a Facebook message, but newsflash, not everybody uses Messenger on Facebook.
I know.
Especially with the whole new app thing on your phone. It took me forever to decide to get the Messenger app. So, well, because this is all about the privacy stuff and whatever else.
Sure.
I don't know what was in there. I usually cave to whatever's happening just a few weeks after it actually goes down. But anyway, but I still get people today that they'll open a message on Messenger that I've sent them weeks ago, and they're like, oh, I never checked this app. I didn't know what that red dot was for whatever.
That's right. There are people out there that can stand to have red dots in their phone, unlike me.
Yeah.
I see it. It'll make me crazy.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to see it? It's less than the last time.
Me crazy. I don't want to see how many messages you
She
have.
doesn't want to see how many messages you have. Do you guys want to see how many? Look at my texting or my emails. Isn't that pathetic? Yeah, I really need to get rid of that.
You want to see mine? You want to see how beautiful mine is?
How beautiful is yours?
0.
Oh my goodness! Look, she doesn't have even one dot on there. Yeah, whatever. I'm just popular.
You want to know how many emails I had after a week of being on vacation from work?
A million.
Yeah, a lot. A lot more than I wanted.
Man, that's crazy.
And I got through all of them today. Sorry.
No, you're
fine.
What was I saying? Okay, bubble sheet. Oh, so yeah, when you are writing things down and tracking them, it helps you emotionally because you're like, oh, wait a minute. I really haven't done that much. Okay, this makes sense now. Let's do a little bit more, and it helps you push. And really, at the end of it, at the end of a bubble sheet, you should have a good 10 to 12 bookings on your date book. And once you have that, it's easier to keep up with it because now you've had a couple parties, you've gotten some referrals from those parties. You just keep adding. Or you book a color appointment for someone who you've already done a facial for. That's another appointment on your date book. So you always want to have 10 appointments, 10 bookings on your date book, okay? Now, in order to get to those 10, without pulling your hair out, because Lord knows it sucks to sit down in one day and finish a freaking bubble sheet to get 10 appointments on your book. It sucks. I know from experience, I did it last week. Didn't even get to 10, only got to 9. Truth moment right there. And 2 of them canceled on me today. So that sucks. So now we're down to 7. Woo! So I need to get more. But the 10 and 2 concept. Don't kill yourself sitting down. Like there are some directors in School of Thought and Mary Kay that we have to have booking blitzes all the time. And that's 2 hours of carved out time to just sit there and go, oh my gosh, shoot me now. I do not want to do that. That is the most discouraging thing. It just kills you. It, at least for me. There are people out there that are like, oh yeah, I feel accomplished. Got 4 appointments on my books. Like, no, 2 hours of work for 4 appointments. Mentally, that just kills me. Because if I do that now, I won't do it again until 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And how much time is gone without getting more appointments? So the 10 and 2 is real simple. Make 10 attempts in order to get 2 bookings, whatever comes first. So by that I mean 10 calls. So you need 10 numbers in front of you, 10 people. And potentially you're going to be calling 10 people. If the first one says no, the second one doesn't answer, the third one doesn't answer, if the fourth one answers and says yes and books, all right, you've got 1 booking. 4 calls and 1 booking. All right, now go to call number 5. They don't answer. Call number 6, they don't answer. 7 and 8, they don't answer. 9, answers and books. Done. You're done at 9. You got 2 bookings. So whichever comes first, the 2 or the 10. Sometimes the 10 comes first and nobody books. Just give it a rest. You've done the effort for the day. And you're solid. And you do that for a week. Not only do you fill out a bubble sheet in 1 week, you fill out a bubble sheet in 1 week, but you also have 10 appointments on your book. So when you start up next week, you're only replacing those same 10. So it's a constant flow, not let me book in the first week of the month and then sit down for the rest of the month. You can't do that. That's not consistent, and you're going to drive yourself nuts with that yo-yo effect of bookings, no bookings, bookings, no bookings. Ran out of leads again because I wasn't asking for referrals because I wasn't booking from my booking. Get my drift. So the 10 and 2, super, super important. And again, that helps with your bubble sheet because there's 50 some odd bubbles on there. So you do 6 days a week. Take Sunday off if you really don't want to book Sunday or Monday or whatever day you want to take off of not booking. But if you're booking
or you can
solid,
do 5 days at 12.
Or you could do 5 days at 12 if you really want to do that too. I will say, sometimes there are seasons in your business that you're going to want to do more. So, like you wanting to go on Target for your car and for the IQ and all of that. 2 sheets a week. It's going to be a little more tough. But once you build up that momentum, it's going to be so easy to keep that flow and rhythm going. So there have been times in my business where I've done a ton. And there have been times where all it took was that 10 and 2 once a day.
Yeah.
And leave it at that. And here's the thing too. Let's say nobody answered because you were calling at 10 in the morning and everybody works. They're going to see your message. They're going to start messaging you back in the evening. So it's not like all is lost if you hang up the phone on that 10th call and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So 10 and 2. Sound good?
Yep.
Cool. Then the last thing I want to talk about is avenues of leads. Not necessarily how to get leads, but where you're getting them from. So you want to always be in about 5 different circles. Because you can't really, like let's say you're starting your business in August and you're a stay-at-home mom. And all your friends are stay-at-home moms too. Well, no one's going to book with you in August because kids are going back to school and mommies are going crazy getting all the backpack lists done and the last-minute physicals and dentist appointments and all of that before the kids go to school, and all of that is happening in August. So it's probably not going to be your best bet. That could be one avenue, but it's not going to be your best bet. So you're going to want to go, 10 years older, 10 years younger. Because 10 years older, they could possibly even have grandkids. If not, their kids are in high school, so they're a little bit more independent. Or 10 years younger, they don't have kids yet, so they don't have that problem. But so look at the different age groups. Church could be an area. Referrals could be an area. Lead boxes could be an area. What else is there? If you're involved in any kind of a networking event, that could be an avenue of leads. But always kind of have your toes in about 5 different places. Because when you do, you don't get discouraged that you wore one out.
Right.
Because again, during Christmas, I find that single women are a lot more easy to get with.
Yeah.
Because they don't have all of the different family things going on. Same with grandmas. Grandmas are usually pretty more like that 50s and up are a little bit more flexible because they've learned by now that you don't got to be at every party. You don't got to do absolutely everything around the holidays. The holidays will come and go and they'll be great. But that mom of two that is still trying to, I don't know, impress her mother-in-law or whatever, she's not gonna fuck with you because she's pulling her hair out trying to impress the family. So does that kind of make sense? Being in those 5 different areas. And then sometimes what happens is you get stuck. Okay. I know this is a lot coming at you, but you'll be able to watch it again. So you can watch it again later at the museum. But what happens is you get stuck. And so there's 4 ways to get unstuck. Usually what happens is when you're stuck, your first thing to do is blame yourself. Oh, I must not be good enough. Oh, I'm not working hard enough. Oh, I'm not cut out for this. Whatever lies you're telling yourself, that's going to be the first place your mind goes. We're human. We're women. I mean, that's just what happens. Let me free you of it. Okay. So, problem number 1, or not problem number 1, way number 1 to get unstuck is the activity. So that's where the bubble sheet comes in. Because if you tell me I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, no one's booking, no one's this, no one's that. Because then whenever you're stuck, those words come out. The absolute words. Everybody, nobody. Always, never. Like those come out. And you never really want to be in those kinds of word situations. But okay, nobody's booking. All right, well, what activity are you doing? Show me your bubble sheet. You've called 10 people in a month. Activity level needs to be increased a little bit. So it's not you, it's just the amount of work that's not being put in. That's the problem. So let's lift that back up. Pull out, the last 3 months of referral sheets and let's start calling them. Oh, that's right, I do have referral sheets. You forget things, especially over the holidays. Things kind of get a little blurred. And even I'm finding referral sheets from parties and I'm like, oh, that got shoved in the wrong place because, my desk is probably exploding. And here we go. We have some people I just have to dig a little deeper. So that's the first one, activity. The second one is demographics. So I kind of covered that with the ages of moms and stuff like that. If it's, May or June, don't talk to teachers. They are too busy trying to close up the year and get rid of the kids they've got while crying that they have to get rid of the kids they got because they love them for whatever reason. Or they're excited and they're hating them and they're just getting them out or whatever the reason is. Don't try to book teachers. Book teachers in like July because by then all schools are out and they're ready to be pampered and to accept the pampering. When you're telling them, oh, cool it out yesterday, it's time for you to be pampered. Hold on, I haven't caught up on the last 3 weeks of sleep, So stuff like that. What demographics are you looking at? Again, for me, I had the issue of I was facialing girls left and right in college. They're all 18 to 20. Only buy a lip gloss or a mascara. Never called me again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm wasting so much time. And yes, I am making money, but I'd rather sell a skincare set, even if it's just a clear proof, instead of just a lip gloss, because you can get lip gloss anywhere. You're not married to it. But a skincare set, you're married to it. You know it works good. You want more. And so what I found is I had to get out of my, and I know we talked about this too, had to get out of my comfort zone and have to ask 10 years older than me. If they weren't 10 years older than me, I wasn't allowed to ask them for a facial because I was going down the same rabbit hole of, well, this is comfortable. This is what I know. I don't feel like I'll be rejected by people thinking I'm too young to be doing this or whatever the situation was. It was just a matter of where are you looking? So that's the second one. What demographics are you looking at? And then the third one is your script. Y'all, scripts are so important. They really are. We don't make them up just to make them up. And they're all tested and they work. one time, a friend of mine was coaching her girl, and she could not make a booking. She was like, everyone says I'm too busy. They're just not booking with me. And she was like, okay, let's do the role play. What are you saying to them? She straight up said, hey, Susie, how are you? Oh, I'm good. How's it going? Okay, I know you're busy, but I need to explain. And then she went into the normal script.
Yeah.
But did you hear that word at the beginning? I know you're busy, but.
Yeah.
Like, she just threw it in there. Didn't mean to. Like, it wasn't an on paper I'm reading it. It was just a, let me play this up to where I know I'm not bothering her kind of situation. So it was not even a conscious decision to say, I know you're busy, but that automatically turned their brains off.
Yeah.
Oh, she's right, I am busy. So whatever she's going to ask me, I'm going to have to postpone or say no or come up with a dumb excuse as to not do it. And the minute we were like, okay, you can't say that. She went back, started calling some of the same people that had told her no without throwing in that line. And by George, they rocked. So scripts are so important. If you feel like you're calling a million people, and we'll see that on a bubble sheet. So again, back to the tracking. We're tracking it. There's no excuse to not be getting something good out of it, you know? And if something good is not coming out of it, we'll find it. But if there's no tracking, if there's no log of anything, then of course it's going to be so hard to pinpoint what the problem is.
Yeah.
And then the fourth thing is you. Okay. Let's say you're doing a bubble sheet a week. There's plenty of activity. You have leads from all kinds of different areas. So it's not the demographics of what you're looking at. You're reading word for word the script. Okay, now what's the deal? It's either a level of confidence issue, a level of excitement issue. If you're monotone calling all these people, I'm sorry. If you're boring, I don't want to be around you. So no. So it might be something like that. But what happens is we jump straight to that last one and don't evaluate any of these other three things. And that's where it kind of goes sour. So sound good?
Yes.
The recap. Bubble sheet. Script.
21-day booking.
21-day booking.
5 avenues.
5 avenues of leads.
And the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the 4 ways to get unstuck. Whew, we covered a lot. Questions? 0 questions.
I ask as they come into my mind. I don't wait until
That's
you ask
true.
me
Yeah,
if I need a
we were
question.
talking back and forth. Well, had anyone texted me anything? No. All right, so that's our booking training.
Cool.
Sound good?
Awesome.
So you're gonna be boss babe.
I am a boss babe. I don't know
All
what
right,
you're talking
you be a
about.
boss babe. Here's the challenge for the week. Are you ready?
Dun, dun,
Challenge for the
dun.
week. Fill out a bubble sheet by doing your 10 and 2. Okay? And
Can we
I'll
get a book. Get a book.
a boss babe book. Well,
I'll fill it out.
we could do it. We could do that. Because nobody did book
I
10 by
know,
the 5th.
I know.
So I
I
have
want
all
that
those
purple
purple
one.
I'm
ones.
sorry. I was in bed.
I want that purple one.
Okay, so whoever does the challenge of filling out a bubble sheet, but I need to see the bubble sheet when you come to meeting next week. I need to see the bubble
I'm not
sheet.
You're not going to be here next week.
Oh, well, hot dang. You're going to have to text it to me on Monday. Text it to me on Monday. And
What do you want? And the 56.
a bubble sheet, a filled out bubble
Mhm.
sheet.
And I should have some booking numbers.
She has some bookings on it.
I will. I can, I will, I must.
Amen. And on that note, ciao.